So I just wanted to address a troubling matter. So I've been posting about this online and on YouTube for about 6 months. I've been really posting online, but I did post a YouTube video previously, but my previous lawyer made me delete it, even though that was unconstitutional. So as the previous video that I posted shows, I was assaulted and attacked by a police officer over suspicion of arguing, which is not even detainable offense. The officer came up to me while I was at my house, and then just attacked me, not explaining why he was there. So during this process, I reached out to multiple people. The town manager threatened me with harassment charges, despite this actually being within the scope of his duties. And then my lawyer, who I previously had, was Don Dickerson, was trying to make sure that I followed not to contact any outside people or post video, which is unconstitutional and is a violation of what he's supposed to do, or what his oath. And so, of course, I was found guilty, even though I shouldn't have been found guilty because this is Alamance County and it's just difficult. Throughout this process, I've learned more things. So also, Mary Williams was my prosecutor after the previous prosecutor that I had left and went to another county. It's amazing that everybody that had anything to do with this case, the judge and the prosecutor, resigned. But Mary Williams, she knew that the witness that she called was lying, because she watched the video. He was saying stuff that the video didn't show. I can't go into detail because I'm actually suing this person for lying. But everyone knew in the courtroom. The judge, who wasn't paying attention, she didn't know. My lawyer knew, and he failed to challenge the testimony. And when I asked him about it, he just said it's part of the preliminary hearing. I'm also going to address him at some point, but I have to do everything in steps. So, of course, I pled to an obstruction charge, even though I should have never pled to anything. I should have never been charged because of the Constitution prohibits this type of misconduct from police or whatever. All this stuff is it's supposed to work the way it's supposed to work properly, but it doesn't, because people abuse the system. There's all these policies in place to prevent you from getting help, to keep these people in power. Sean Boone, he's the district attorney. He runs the whole county, basically. My wife reached out to him when this first started about how we were being treated and the unlawfulness of everything. He was cold to her. He won't return my calls. I probably left about 10, 15, calls, and he just ignores them. And then the governing bodies that are supposed to oversee him, they answer the phone, and then they don't, and then they say, oh, we'll get to you when we can, and basically you just pushed off at all these people. And so that's the biggest issue. That's why it's hard with corruption. The people that are supposed to do something don't, and then you have people that don't know the law, who worship police officers that take their side and spread misinformation. And so I'm working for change, and it's really what I'm seeking, accountability. And so for anybody that supports me, what I'm doing, and wants their rights protected, we should work together, so that way we can create change. And so I'm asking for anybody that's seen my video to share it with civil rights lawyers, with YouTubers that can make this go big, because this is an issue that affects a lot of people in Alamance County, but they don't have the voice. They don't have the ability to address it. All they know how to do is just, the minor, the stuff that we're told, go to these sources. But these sources and these people, as I've been saying, they're not helping you. They're helping themselves. And then a lot of these people are friends with each other, like my lawyer and a lot of other people. I didn't know what was going on, are friends with the department chief, and so they're not. That's a conflict of interest, of course, and I did, and so they're just doing what they want to do. He didn't handle my case at all. He just messed around, and I explained to him all the other stuff that was going on. He didn't bring that up in court at all. He was trying to lose. So I know people will say, well, I've not had the experience. Well, that's cool. That's good for you. But I would ask you, have you been facing stuff with police misconduct about them violating their rights? Probably not, because lawyers are going to defend you when it comes to somebody else, but when it comes to their own friends or interests, like police officers and other stuff, allegations, they're not going to represent you the way they should. And so, and that's another issue. It's hard. You complain against them, the lawyers, and then the agency that regulates them, they'll ignore stuff. I went to the NC bar with allegations and proof, and they ignored it. They still didn't take any action. They sent me some letter, but I know what's up. You know, an example, my previous lawyer, Don Dickerson, he took money from me. He charged me for stuff that was never agreed upon. And I sent a recording to where he acknowledges that, so he contradicts himself. And then the bar still didn't take action. And this is what's led to this outcome of just people refusing to, people in these powers that are supposed to be protecting the people that don't. So I urge you guys, whoever's watching my video, subscribe to me. The best way to address this is to take action. Report to the news. I reported to the news. That's the best way to share my story. If anybody, can share my story with these news or these YouTubers, that would be great. So, thank y'all for subscribing to me.